Well, it's Panasonic Day in Kansas as the state celebrates the grand opening of the electric vehicle battery plant in De Soto. It's a story we've been following for more than 3 years now. The Attracting Powerful Economic Expansion Act, also known as the APEX bill, passed in February 2022. That July, we learned the bill was aimed at Panasonic, and the company planned to build its battery plant in De Soto. The groundbreaking came in November. Work building the facility led up to today. We know this story is so important to everyone who lives and works in De Soto and the entire region for that matter. It impacts everything from job creation to cost of living to traffic. That's why we're listening to the voices of Panasonic and government leaders along with community members. My co-anchor Caitlin Canute live outside the Panasonic plant in De Soto. Caitlin, this is a huge day for the small community.
Huge day indeed for a huge plant. By the way, let me just give you kind of an idea. This is my first time being out here, and it truly is bigger in person. So it starts over here, and we were talking maybe estimating 3-4 city blocks long at least. It ends way over there, down there. And if you look, as you're kind of looking toward the end, you can even see scaffolding up. So even though there are cars in the parking lot, and they have some trailers over there where workers are coming in and out, they're still working on this plant itself. We'll have more on that in just a bit. But as Kevin, you alluded to, this is the largest economic investment, not just in De Soto, believe it or not, but in all of Kansas. The $4 billion EV plant is expected to have a $2.5 billion yearly impact on the Kansas economy. Now, we were there as Panasonic leaders gathered with Kansas leaders this morning, all to celebrate the plant's grand opening. The plant is expected to bring 4,000 jobs to, get this, a town of 6,000 people. Kansas agreed to $829 million of incentives as part of this project.
I firmly believe this investment represents a strong opportunity for Panasonic, for our society, and for the people of Kansas.
When Panasonic put its stamp of approval upon a location in our state, it sent a message to the rest of the business world in the United States and around the globe. Take a look at the state of Kansas and see what we saw.
Well, today was the grand opening. We actually learned the plant started producing batteries just about a week ago. So finally getting things rolling here in De Soto. I'm joined now by my colleague and friend Elise Schoenig. So Elise, you've been covering this topic extensively for weeks, months now. And earlier today, you even had a chance to talk with the Panasonic president, right?
Yeah, that's right. It was a one-on-one exclusive interview with the Panasonic president. And I wanted to make sure to ask the president about production and the EV industry. There's been a lot of buildup to this building. And for the first time today, I got to see it when it was up and running.
First impressions are important. This event was on display globally. The $4 billion Panasonic plant in De Soto is up and running, but full production is a long ways away.
What is that trajectory going to be like to continue those 8 lines to have the full production up and running?
Sure, it'll take about 18 months in total.
In an exclusive one-on-one interview with Panasonic President Alan Swan, he says one production line is done. 3 more could open this year, with the final 4 projected in 2026.
1,100 people have already been hired here at the De Soto plant, and they're on track to hire 4,000 when it's all at full capacity.
Lieutenant Governor David Toland says the plant will produce 70 battery cells per second at full production. In our tour, we could only film the facility. Panasonic shared this video of the production line.
Well, watch what the market does, but do we have the ability to expand here? Absolutely, yes.
With EV tax credits set to end in September, I asked President Swan about the plant's goals for the long term.
The EV industry is both growing and facing challenges of its own, right? Why is Panasonic's commitment to navigating those challenges and having long-term growth so important, especially now?
And it's a brand new industry, so things are going to go up, things are going to go down, it's going to move around a little bit.
It's clear Panasonic wanted Monday's first impression to be a lasting one, as Kansas officials showered Panasonic with a warm welcome.
Takoyaki mo aikido, uchino barbecue mo saiko dese. That means takoyaki is tasty, but wait till you try our barbecue.
This is the right place to be.
So speaking of that, by the way, you have been doing a great job with our colleagues covering this, and you got an insider tidbit on how they chose this location, right?
Yeah, it was really funny and kind of surprising, but basically within the state of Kansas, there was an acoustic guitar song written and performed by someone in the state of Kansas's administration, okay? And they somehow got that song off to leaders of Panasonic, and it kind of just sang about and spoke about some of the shared values that the state of Kansas was trying to tell Panasonic leaders, hey, we have this here and we will foster that if you come and build this plant here. And for whatever reason, Caitlin, that was music to Panasonic's ears, and here they are now.
Oh my gosh, I love it. What a great story.
Yeah, I know,
that's
right?
crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Elise. Yeah. So again, apparently that's going to be the new soundtrack to the lives of many people. We told you all these jobs that are coming here and the impacts it's going to have on the community, certainly. And today we did check around town in De Soto to see how neighbors are feeling about the plant's grand opening. We made sure we listened to voices of people who have different perspectives on this plant.
I don't think it'll be able to handle the traffic. People don't want it. They moved here because it's a small town.
I think there'll be positives and negatives all the way along, and we just learn to live with that.
So again, some mixed reviews. Time will tell, certainly. But as we mentioned, they have opened. They are working, but they're not done. They're still working on the plant itself. I believe Elise said they've got maybe one line that's actually working out of how many, Elise?
Out of 8.
Out of 8. So 18 months down the line, they expect to have this entire plant up and running. So it's kind of a slow rollout, if you will. We'll certainly continue to check in on the progress here at Panasonic and De Soto to see how it's making an impact. Live in De Soto, Caitlin Canute, KSHB 41 News.
Slow rollout, but huge investment. Caitlin, thank you. This, by the way, a huge project that we followed for years, no doubt. You can watch the entire grand opening ceremony by scanning the QR code on your screen. You will find a link in this article to all of our coverage on the plant and its impact to De Soto.